I'm so excited to be here. First off, happy International Women's Day. So 3 out of 10 Malaysian women are dealing with and it is reported to be a serious concern, especially for pregnant women.
Today is going to be very, very interesting topic.
Yep.
Specifically for women.
Yeah. Hey yo, I'm Shen Yi,
I'm Ameerul. We are dietitians from Malaysia. We do podcasts, we do coaching.
helping you eat better in a sustainable way.
Welcome to our episode 30 of Not Only Diet Talk. Before that, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Today is going to be very, very interesting topic.
Yep.
Specifically for women.
Yeah.
Right? And as you guys can see, if you're on YouTube right now, you can actually see a very
Hi.
beautiful lady over here. Alright, where we are going to talk about a very common issues that happen among women,
Yes.
which is anemia. And just to give some context here, she is Ridwana. She will introduce herself a little bit later. Ridwana is basically someone who experienced anemia before. She's an anemic patient, right?
Yes.
Is it considered a patient?
It is a clinical condition, so yeah.
Alright, so mainly today we're going to talk about the ways to manage anemia in women.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 ways, I guess, right?
Yep.
Or maybe more.
We will see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, yeah?
Yep.
Alright, so Ridwana, maybe just introduce yourself a little bit.
Okay, so hi, I am Ridwana. You can call me Anna. I'm so excited to be here. First off, happy International Women's Day. So a little about me. I'm a dietitian and I've always been passionate about how food fills our bodies. Now, I'm not just a dietitian who talk about nutrition. I have actually lived through the struggles of anemia myself. And if you have ever felt exhausted for no reason, gotten dizzy out of nowhere, trust me, I get it, been there, done that.
Wow, okay. So you mentioned about dizzy, you mentioned about you get fatigue easily.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is that one of the symptoms for
Yeah, it
anemia?
is one of the symptoms.
I see. Is there any other symptom? Let's directly get to the topic,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So is there any other symptom of anemia that probably, let's say women that might experience that could tell or could indicate that
They have
anemia?
Yeah.
Symptoms of anemia can include pale skin, dizziness, like what I mentioned just now, and feeling fatigue and rapid breathing, shortness of breath. And most of the people don't really know that they actually have anemia until it gets really bad. So it is important to look out for these signs before, it gets really bad and
I see.
get your blood tested.
Is it very prevalent in Malaysia or like around the world? Like, what do you have any statistic or information about that as well?
Okay, so anemia isn't just my personal experience. It's actually a major issue here in Malaysia.
Yeah.
According to NHMS 2019, in Malaysia, there's actually 1 in 5 Malaysian who are dealing with anemia. There is around 21.3%. And WHO Global Report found that 32% of Malaysian women, that means 3 out of 10 Malaysian women are dealing with anemia, and it is reported to be a serious concern, especially for pregnant women.
I see.
And why is it a serious concern? Because it can actually increase the risk of maternal death. Yeah, and anemia during pregnancy is also linked to stillbirth, preterm birth,
Yep.
low birth weight, and also increase the risk of infant mortality. So getting enough iron for the moms out there isn't about keeping them healthy, but it's also about giving their babies the best possible start in life.
Very
Yeah.
scary to hear actually when she speaks about the data, right?
And also how it affects pregnancy, for example.
True. It's
Right.
actually a major concern, especially in developing countries.
I
Yes.
see. But I'm surprised the data from WHO is actually higher than our local data.
Oh, it's 32% Malaysian women. So in the local data, which is the NHMS,
Yep.
it's 21.3%
Yeah.
for Malaysian. And most of them
I
are
see, I
women.
see.
Yeah,
I
women
see.
are the most affected.
Right. And
Yeah.
also going through pregnancy as well.
True.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, maybe let's just get directly into the ways how can women who basically know they have
Right.
anemia
Right.
to manage this condition.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, especially the expertise of you as a dietitian and also as you someone who actually Have or
suffer.
had?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can relate back with nutrition.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would be your first nutrition tips?
My first
Yeah.
nutrition tips. Okay, so let us first understand what is anemia first. So anemia is a condition
Yep.
where the body does not have enough healthy red blood cells to carry oxygen to tissues and organs, and it can be caused by poor nutrition, or infections, or chronic disease, heavy menstruation, pregnancy issues, or family history. And the most common type of anemia is iron deficiency anemia, which occurs when the iron in our body is not enough to produce hemoglobin. So hemoglobin is the protein in our red blood cell that carries the oxygen.
Okay.
Okay.
So my first nutrition tip would be to increase iron-rich food. And
Alright.
when we eat iron-rich foods, our body doesn't just automatically absorb all the iron. It actually goes through a process before it can be used.
Okay.
So most of the iron from food are being absorbed in the first part of our small intestine,
Okay.
called the duodenum. And before the body can use iron, the iron state must be converted from ferric state, Fe3+. If you learn chemistry, Fe3.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
quite okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It must be converted from
Right.
Fe3+ to ferrous state, which is Fe2+, so that it can be absorbed more easily in the intestine.
So is that considered the activated, like more easily
Yes.
absorbed by our body? Alright.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it can be made possible by our stomach acid. So stomach
Oh.
acid is actually helping in the conversion lah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what are some of the example of iron-rich food?
Okay. There are two types of iron,
Alright.
which is heme iron and non-heme iron. So
Wow.
for yeah. So
Right.
for
Maybe start with heme iron first.
Yeah.
For heme iron is animal based, like
Yep.
poultry, meat, fish and seafood, and it is highly absorbable. Maksudnya dia boleh absorb by our body efficiently lah,
Okay.
compared to non-heme iron, which is plant-based, mostly plant-based, like green leafy veggie and lentils, tofu, like that. Yeah, and it is less absorbable and it requires additional help.
So does it mean that we have to take more heme, or it has to be mix of it, or more non-heme?
That actually comes to my second point, which is pair iron-rich foods with vitamin C.
I see.
Yeah, so vitamin C or ascorbic acid acts
Okay.
as a reducing agent, which actually can help in the conversion of the ferric state into ferrous state.
Okay,
Yeah.
into the more readily absorbed.
Yeah, more
state.
easily absorbed by
Right.
our intestine.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Alright.
vitamin C can include papaya, guava, and sayur-sayuran like kailan, sawi, bak choy macam tu. And for example, right, if you eat spinach with orange juice, you can actually get more iron absorbed into your body compared to eating spinach alone.
I see.
Yeah, and for the ladies out there, if you are having anemia and you get periods, it's extra important for you to take iron-rich foods and pair with vitamin C. And to all the men or the boyfriends out there, if your partner complain about feeling fatigued or feeling weak during their period, maybe instead of telling them to drink more water,
Yeah.
you can get her some stick, and she will appreciate that iron boost.
I see.
Yeah.
What about internal organs? Is it a good source of like iron as well?
Internal organs, yes, it's a good source, and it's actually high in iron as well, especially hati ayam lah. I remember the doctor telling me to eat a lot of hati ayam.
Do you like
Did you like the taste, or do you like that food?
I don't really actually enjoy the taste, but I
Right.
have to, Yeah.
Alright, so before maybe we proceed to the third nutrition tips, right? I have two questions. First question would be related with the first point that Anna mentioned just now, which is to take more iron-rich food.
Yep.
So is there any, how can the audience know? Is there any guideline, portion, how much an anemic women they should take? Yep.
Okay, so to answer that question, I think different people have different requirements. But generally, have you ever heard of suku-suku separuh? Of course, you know about suku-suku separuh lah.
Yeah, everyone should know about
Should
this.
know lah, suku-suku separuh, which is
Right.
pinggan sihat Malaysia.
Yeah.
For the protein sources, right, you can actually have at least like one palm size,
Mm.
one palm size, and then your vegetables,
Yep.
your vegetable sauces
Mm.
should fill half of your plate.
Mm.
Yeah, to get enough iron.
Yeah. So that means for someone with anemia, for example, because I'm imagining the the female friend around me,
Yeah.
usually their food intake, they wouldn't take that much of meat. They wouldn't take that much of protein food. So
Okay.
you're saying, as a general guideline, probably they can increase. Maybe let's say they just take 1 or 2 keto, but maybe they can increase it. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
And it's extra important for you to take more iron-rich foods,
Mm.
especially if you're anemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she came also from the perspective of like usually women will eat very less, right?
Yeah.
Maybe just like very small ketul of
Yeah,
ayam,
true,
whatsoever.
right.
So the basic start of it to kickstart this, at least for the beginning, try to fill in that suku-suku separuh guideline first.
Yes.
Yeah, which is
And-
like suku of like ayam, like I said, I don't know, like satu
On the plate.
Yeah,
Yep.
on the plate at least.
Yep.
Already a good start.
Yeah, and if you tak biasa with big portions, you can actually having them frequently instead of having very big portion, nanti membazir kan.
Yep.
So kita tak nak lah membazir.
Yeah. How is your approach that time when doctor advised you to take more? Did you eat more or you eat more frequent?
Okay, so I remember this one time in 2019,
Yep.
where I was hospitalized for 2 weeks. I
Because of anemia?
couldn't exactly remember what happened now during that time, but I was feeling tired, fatigue all the time waktu tu. And then the doctor showed me my blood test result, and my hemoglobin reading was only 6.6, which is literally half of what a healthy woman should have. I think the range is around 12 to 16 hemoglobin, but mine is only 6.6, literally half. So
Yep.
no wonder I keep feeling tired all the time.
Right.
And my approach to that is first, to be honest, I was a very picky eater last time
Oh.
before I pursuing my studies.
Yep.
And I started eating more vegetables and increase iron-rich foods. And waktu tu the doctor suggested me to take iron supplements lah. But of course, we have to prioritize food first and
Exactly.
supplements only when necessary.
Right.
But at that time, of course, supplements are necessary because my hemoglobin reading was very low. Yeah, and avoid iron inhibitors, which actually the third point
I
of my
see.
nutrition tips.
Okay, so there is
Yeah.
an inhibitor for iron.
Yes, and
Alright.
I actually didn't realize that iron inhibitors were a thing until I came across them during my degree.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tell us more about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is iron inhibitors?
Yeah.
Certain compounds in food can actually make it harder for your body to absorb iron. And the compounds include tannins, phytates, and calcium. So
Calcium?
yeah.
Okay.
We'll
Calcium.
get-
Alright.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
So for tannins are commonly found in coffee or
Okay.
tea, and they can actually reduce iron absorption, which is why it might not be the best idea for you to take your coffee or your tea during your main meal or during your iron-rich foods. And you might want to wait 1 to 2 hours before or after your main meal.
I see.
Take coffee or tea tu lah.
Alright.
And second is phytates. So phytates are most commonly found in whole grains, nuts and seeds, and they can bind to iron and decrease iron absorption. And here's a surprising one, which is the calcium.
Right.
So as we all know, calcium are great for bones,
Yeah.
right? But intake of foods high in calcium can actually reduce iron absorption when you take iron-rich foods. So you might want to consider taking high calcium food like
Milk products.
milk
right?
products, cheese,
Yogurt, yeah.
yeah, right alongside your heavy meals.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you must macam avoid all this food. No, you still require that nutrients. It's just that you have to timing properly lah, meal timing.
Yep. This is a very, very, very important information,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. By spacing up, if let's say by spacing up 1 to 2 hours after the main meal, it should be fine.
Yes, because 1 to 2 hours should give your body enough time to absorb nutrients first.
I see.
Yeah.
Alright.
I actually didn't know about this all. I came across them during my degree year.
Yeah.
So last time I memang selalu makan, lunch with
Yep.
coffee like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, good to know. Honestly, it's a very, very informative nutrition tips from Ridwana. Especially we are celebrating International Women's Day.
Yes.
And as what Ridwana mentioned just now, 1 in 6. How many in Malaysian women?
In Malaysian
One in
women
three.
is 3
One in
in
three.
10.
3 in 10, yeah. 3 out of 10
Malaysian
women.
Actually anemic. So without you maybe noticing it, or like maybe they thought that it's just a normal, I don't know, period pain or like a normal symptom of them every month.
Yep.
But it could actually be because of anemia.
Yeah.
True.
So I think the first thing first, get yourself diagnosed, right? Go check
Yes.
your blood. I think this is a general information as well for everybody.
Yes.
Exactly.
Get your blood test like at least once a year, especially if you're reaching like 30 years old.
Oops.
Yeah, right. So start to get your blood tested more regularly. And then if yes, you get some reading that is unusual, then get diagnosed from a doctor. And of course from there, they will definitely give some suggestion whether you have to add some supplements, take medications, or most importantly, the easiest, nutrition. Diet.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
True.
Just change your diet habits. The first one just now, right? Iron-rich food. Very easy to
Yes.
find. Protein meats, right? Like chicken, internal organs, seafood.
Yep.
And then the non-heme, which is plant protein, right? They still have the iron, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then pair with vitamin C, and be aware of the
Inhibitors.
which is like coffee. Easy to
Yes.
remember.
Right.
Wonderful.
That's a good summary.
Yeah.
That's main 3 point. Yeah. Any last words, Ridwana?
So, ladies, please
yeah.
take care of yourself. Anemia is so common among women, but it's not something that you can actually ignore or just live with it. So, yeah, let's continue empowering each other through knowledge and good health.
Alright. I think that's about it.
Yep.
For our conversation with Ridwana today. So again, at My Fine Diet, we aim to bring
Sustainable, healthy dietary behavior for everyone. And any of you need individual consultation for your nutrition, for your food, feel free to approach us.
DM us or email us or
Yes.
whatever. We are fun, don't worry.
Yeah.
We can talk more about it. We can also bring Ridwana to talk about it if you need. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good day ahead and happy International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
International Women's Day. Bye.